Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Pokemon Firered. In the last part, I got the Pewter City Gym Badge, and in this part, Funky Monkey's gonna get some level up, and hopefully, I can get some levels. I have to wonder by whether or not my format is going to end up being a little tiresome. And by tiresome, I mean like exhaustive in the sense that it's a lot of stuff to catch up on. Because I was just like, it's an RPG, so long parts are expected. Because of the way that my team is made, I'm expecting that Funky Monkey might be a bit over-leveled once we get to other areas. However, considering that the next gym leader has a Psychic-type Pokemon on their team, this may be necessary. Something I just kind of realized was that Funky Monkey does not actually have any items attached to him. But I'm not sure if I have anything to really give to him, because I don't have any berries and I don't have any passive items. I'm going to try to minimize combat to an extent, not because I want to just outright avoid fighting, but it's because I'm trying not to completely over-level Funky Monkey over here. Yeah, this is kind of a barrage of bad guys here. I think the intent was to kind of give you as the player a chance to test your team. Just like, okay, you made it through the endurance of one gym leader, but can you make it through the endurance of these trainers? And plus, it's a good way of getting both money and experience for your Pokemon. Presumably at this point, you would have been experimenting enough to have a full team and say, okay, here's where one Pokemon can get a lot of levels, where another one can. But of course here, because I have my team planned out to an extent, Funky Monkey is going to be carrying my team for a bit of time, actually. So yes, this is sort of a consequence of them trying to maintain continuity with the first Pokemon, or the first version of of Red, I should say, because they're restricting everything to the first 151 Pokemon for this section, which means that there's going to be a lot of overlap with the Pokemon that are encountered. Oh, hey, we found another Mankey. I guess Funky Monkey could do with some offense or speed stats. And of course, like every other character, this Mankey is very dumb. But he's not funky at all, so he's not a Funky Monkey. Anyway. Keep going. Why did I go? Jesus. I did not touch her. That is a lie. I was on a completely different square. Last Robin sends out a Jigglypuff, which is actually one of the rare Pokemon in this area, if I remember correctly. But of course, the normal type... Okay, well, it's normal type in this gen. Later gens, it would later retrospectively become a fairy type. That's it. Route 4 is at the foot of Mount Moon. Apparently, she does not want to go into detail about her accusation of us touching her. Enormous flowing hair. Anyway, now we're on... I don't know why this section is divided as it is. There's just like Route 4 right there, and it's so short. It immediately just heads to Mount Moon. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Let's watch this guy with the news. Team Rocket attacks Cerulean citizens. Not a day goes by without Team Rocket being in the news. Okay, set 6 Pokemon on my belt. Pokeballs on my belt. That'll do. At most, you can carry 6 Pokemon with you. Fundamentals. So yeah, I remember this guy being both a source of frustration, but also kind of something I would just always do, which is this guy sells you a Magikarp, which, while extremely difficult to raise, does result in what I always thought was a cool Pokemon. But the thing was, Gyarados before they did the whole separating of the physical types from the once they split physical and special away from just typing, that's when Gyarados got really good. Like, that's when giving him Waterfall and having him do insane damage actually did something very beneficial. Actually was very, very good. Plus, once they once they gave him really good moves like Dragon Dance, which actually I think they have, he has Dragon Dance in this gen, but it's not the most effective. It has no eyes. Instead, it relies on ultrasonic cries for echo locations in the Flit of Darkness. Will I give a name for Zubat? No. Zubat I used to despise Zubat when I first played Pokemon Red and Blue. But then once Crobat came around and he was really, really good to use, that's when I started liking the line a lot more. Anyway, I found some Paralyze Heal. These are items that I could have fought in any store, but I didn't, due to cheapness. Anyway, it's weird that I'm actually listening to the audio on this on my headphones. Ooh, Geodude! I always really like using Geodude and Graveler, but it always just, something I really just never liked was how I could never get a Golem because I never had anyone to trade with. Wow! Holy crap, does this thing have Sturdy? I don't think he had Sturdy in this gen. Actually, he might have. But anyway, that might be just 1 health. Yep, got Geodude. Yeah, I always actually really enjoy using the Geodude line, but it always just bothers me that I could never use Golem. And for this run, I don't want to, like, cheat the system to be able to use Golem. Although, if I did remove that rule, I would have loved to have used, like, multiple Pokemon from the line. Because actually, some of the trade Pokemon have become some of my favorite of this gen. Like Gengar, Machamp, and Golem. I can't remember the other one. What was the other one, actually? Anyway, no nickname to Geodude. But I am going to go into the menu and check what his ability is. It's Rockhead. Okay. I guess that's fine. Wow, that is amazing. I actually did get him down to 1 health. That's awesome. Beware, Zubat is a bloodsucker. Wow. I don't even remember that line. So apparently when he's using Leech Life, he's physically digging his fangs into Funky Monkey. Gruesome. I don't know what Astonish is, though. Anyway, let's just start running through the caves here. It'll save us some time. Okay, let's go down this ladder. These areas have a lot of hidden items in them, but I really don't feel like going through every single tile. Oh! Okay, this is actually a Pokemon I intend to keep on my team as what is commonly referred to as an HM slave. So, I'm gonna low kick double... Yep, okay. So, double non-effective. Oh, crap, I forgot. The effect Spore. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to heal Funky Monkey, but I'm gonna be able to catch this. So yeah, Spore is an ability where if a Pokemon makes contact with your Pokemon, it will have a 50% chance of getting a status effect. And the status effect itself is actually pretty different. Like, sometimes it will be sleep, sometimes it will be paralyzation, sometimes it will be poison. The only thing it won't be is burn. Oh my god! Wow! Is this Clefairy's catch rate or something? Holy crap. Oh no, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna turn out really bad. I don't want to lose money by dying. Yes! Woo! Growing out of the bug's back are mushrooms called Tochukasu. These mushrooms grow with the bug host. I'm sure those mushrooms have much bigger significance to the Japanese community. However, I have no clue if they have any meaning at all. But anyway, let's give our buddy here an appropriate name, as he is our HM slave. So Funky Monkey and HM Slave are the only two members of my party so far. Now, I really need to give Funky Monkey some antidote, however, I'm almost certain I don't have any. Oh! Notice how when I gave him the item that he went forward at me a certain amount. This is actually due to a mechanic in the game called Friendship, which is like... which for something like Mankey means nothing unless I give him return. But if, say, for example, I wanted to actually use my, that Zubat I have in the party and turn him into a Crobat, well then that would certainly be an incredibly important mechanic, as it's the basis of his evolution. Anyway, now we actually face a member of Team Rocket, and we're going to confront him with our Funky Monkey. And Team Rocket members tend to use two types most frequently. They are Poison type, which I guess kind of fits with the idea that these guys are just toxic members of society. No pun intended. And the other type they use... Ooh, get Fury types. But the other type they use most often is Ground type, which probably has to do with their leader. But I'm not going to get into that. Anyway... I'm going to have Fury Swipes substitute for Scratch. Fury Swipes is a move that can go between 2 to 5 times. And because of its 18 damage, I'm guaranteed damage between 36 and 90. Which 36 is just barely below Scratch anyway. I don't feel it, but the thing is, it's still not the greatest move. So for this case, I'm just better off using Karate Chop. But I will have it just as a... normal type move I can use. It will eventually be replaced, most certainly. But you know what? Let's try Fury Swipe here. Wow, I got lucky with that crit. Oh, of course, bare minimum damage. Well, technically no, I critted, so it's not bare minimum damage. Gotta look on the positive side. Anyway, oh my God, 80%. Oh, wonderful. Prepare to see that a lot from Team Rocket members, folks. Status effects. Astonish's, like, big selling factor is that it's actually a move that can cause flinching. Which of all of the pseudo status effects, like, that one's probably the best, because it's just like, oh, your opponent just can't move. I blew it! Anyway. Now we keep going over here, and we find one star piece, which I don't believe was there in the beginning, or in the original game. In the original game, what you found here a lot, actually no, I think you still find here a lot, are moonstones. Star piece, I think all you do is just sell it, or use it as currency to purchase some service. Anyway, let's move down here just to see the corners of this place. Oh dear. Got in the sights of the scientist. What? Don't sneak up on me. I would like to point out that that person went towards me. So Super Nerd Jovan. Hey, I know someone named Jovan. Anyway, now he has a Magnemite. This battle would have been a lot different in Gen 1 because in Gen 2, Magnemite gained Steel type, Steel type, which means now our Funky Monkey will just destroy him. Magnemite is another Pokemon I actually... Well, I didn't hate it, I just didn't think it was very useful. And then I found out about Magnezone, and then I'm like, oh, sweet. In the grand list of dumb Pokemon ideas, I think food is the #1 stupidest one. But number 2 or 3 would be, like, dumb inanimate objects like magnets. So conceptually, I think kind of like Magnemite is a pretty stupid idea. But that being said, I actually do like Magneton and Magnezone. Although, like, Magnemite just looks kind of dopey. Anyway, out to this corner, and we find some rare candy. I remember thinking that rare candies actively did negative, had negative consequences to them after reading the strategy guide. But now that the internet properly documents how it works, in actuality, the the negative of rare candies is that they have no positive other than level increases. Whereas if you level up with training, the positive you'll end up getting is that you'll get, as I said, the EVs, which just think of it like experience value, even though I think it's like effort value or some shit. Okay, this guy talking to the rocks, I think actually that, like, that guy just kind of challenges you. Damn it, I didn't move out of the way in time. Wow, it's way bigger in here than I thought. I think this girl literally just spends hours running in circles in caves. Perhaps she's trying to force herself to pass out from a combination of oxygen deprivation and exhaustion. Dark undertones. I will make them present, and I will make them canon. She has a Pokemon that we will soon be able to catch. Well, it's one of those Pokemon that looks creepy the more you overly stare at it. In Oddish. I actually was really contemplating using the Oddish line. And I think even at one point the Bellsprout line. But I couldn't really come up with anything. And yes, I do have this unnecessarily over-planned out. Holy crap. That's something people kind of forget about Bellsprout and a lot of its line, is that it's pretty strong. Wow. You can't get much closer than that. Wow. Okay. Okay, since this actually is not that far away from the entrance, I'm just gonna backtrack to the Pokemon Center and heal. And I'm back. Anyway, now let's go into this ground tunnel. These kind of, these underground passageways have way more items in them than I'm really letting on. Because I remember it's like 2 or 3 items per tunnel, but the thing is, you have to be kind of thorough about looking for them. Why did I fight that now that I think about it? I mean, I was close to a level up, but that probably could have spored me. Or it used its ability spore. Or even though it could also use the actual just regular spore. Anyway, now I got TM46 containing Thief. I remember when I was actually playing a lot of X and Y and I was just hoarding or I was starting to hoard items because I was trying to build teams, and I was like, okay, I don't really want to run out of heart scales. So all I did was fish and look for love discs and just hit them with Thief to take their heart scales. Efficiency. Funny thing is, I was also trying to do the fishing shiny trick, but I actually, like, I kept messing up around 50. Anyway. Should be really easy pickings for most of the Team Rocket members, and this is kind of an unfortunate consequence of me trying to be someone who plans things out way ahead of time, because I looked at the team I had and I was like, I don't want to use Nidoking or Nidoqueen because I always use them and then they get broken as hell. But now it's come to the consequence of I'm relying on one Pokemon pretty much until the 4th gym badge. You know, obviously I'm not going to rely on Paris for anything besides trying to clear something out of the way for me. Which, granted, is something that does need to be relied upon, but not for battle. Anyway, now we're out of that tunnel. We can keep... Okay, wow. Okay, so I take it that this guy is not an encounter. Holy crap. Because I went right up to his face and he didn't even... He didn't go into battle. He was just like, oh, hi there. I'm happy to help you. I'm sure if you just talk to me... Please talk to me. I need someone to talk to. I'll give you friendly advice. That was some weird dark undertones. I just slipped in under there. Holy moly. And the 80% accuracy is starting to become annoying. Anyway, I take it that if I just talk to... Whoa! Okay, never mind. He just has really short vision. Wow. Okay, I didn't even really want to get into battle with you. I just wanted to talk. but you just had to pull your Pokemon out. Anyway, Funky Monkey, yeah, hikers always just have ground or rock type Pokemon, so he should be really easy. Although then again, type advantage is not always a thing. It's like, it's raw ass stats. Just the raw stats that sometimes are the important factor. Like, it's like, oh, you have a super effective attack against Shuckle. You know, it's like, yeah, good luck damaging him at all. Oh, you're facing a Chansey that also happens to be holding Eviolite. Yeah, good luck rendering any damage at all. Anyway, Funky Monkey grew to level 19. I don't actually remember what level Funky Monkey evolves in a Primate Bat. 19 came to mind, but then I was like, no, I think it's at least 20. Anyway, before we enter this last passageway, get this item here, which is a Moonstone. Had I chosen to have Nido King or Nido Queen in my party, this would have been important as hell. There are 4 Moonstones you can get in the entire game. One of them, I can't remember where you can get it, but it's really random. The other 3 are in this place, but trying to find them is a bit tricky. I think one is out in the open, which is the one I got, and the other 2 are hidden among the walls. Anyway, let's pick up this item, which is a Revive. Later on, I'm probably going to end up buying a lot more of those, because oh my god, I'm going to get into 2 sets of battles, aren't I? Aren't I? Aren't I? Oh god, aren't I? Aren't I? Am I? I didn't! Yay! Flowing hair! Anyway, keep going along this outer edge, and... Oh! Okay! So, yeah, this is a rare Pokemon. I'm hoping that Fury Swipe does not knock it out. Don't knock it out, Funky Monkey. Oh god! I forgot about this attack. Or about this ability. Cute Charm. Basically, there's... Ah, jeez. Okay, wow. So, I gotta basically... Wait, hold on, actually. So yeah, the way Cute Charm works is that if a Pokemon is the opposite gender of you, it becomes attracted to you. That is, literally, there is a move called Attract in Pokemon, and what it does is it can immobilize. Oh god! And it has a number of consequences. No, it basically just creates makes everything chance, and it's okay. Your Pokemon is infatuated. He might not attack. Ah, man. Yep. What I was hoping would happen was that he would try to attack my Paris, and yes! That's exactly what I wanted. I wanted an effect to be transmitted to Clefairy. So now I can actually just go back to Funky Monkey. Alright. And now, he can tank all the hits he needs to, and I can just keep chucking balls. However, Clefairy has a pretty low catch rate, so, wow! I was gonna say that I might be here for a while, but apparently not the case. Clefairy and Clefable are like, I think they're good in most gens until, like, Gen 6. When they got they got put into the new typing fairy, and then they became ridiculous. The first time playing this area, or in Gen 1, I was playing Pokemon Yellow version, and in Pokemon Yellow version, I believe there were less Rocket members, but right before you leave Mount Moon, you face Jesse and James. And the team was Coughing, Arbok, and Meowth. But that isn't present in any of the versions, which I think is kind of sad. I was like, come on. Could have gotten some neat continuity nods. Anyway, here's actually one of the hidden Moonstones. There's one other one somewhere, but I cannot remember it. Hey, stop. I found these fossils. They're both mine. So apparently even looking at the fossils is apparently an insult to Super Nerd Miguel. He doesn't look very Latino. Grimer! This is I have plans. I'll just put it that way. For something related to Grimer. But anyway, Grimer's best asset is that I believe he is a particularly defensive Pokemon. Or either defensive or especially defensive. Him and Coughing are both actually Pokemon I really underrated in terms of actual usefulness. Because I thought they were both offensively really, really weak. But, oh dear! Okay, we might be in trouble. Because I'm running low on PP for... oh no. Yeah, I'm running low for PP on Fury Swipes. And Coughing is quite defensive. Quite physically defensive, so... I got lucky last time, but my luck's ran out. Thankfully he didn't poison. Ah, alright. Wow, that actually did remarkably good damage. Anyway. It's kind of I take it that Super Nerds are supposed to be the ones that are that use industrially themed Pokemon. That is, you know, electric types like Magnetite or Magnemite and Voltorb, and like poison types that seem almost like byproducts of human activity. We'll each take a fossil. No being greedy. The fossil I intend to take is the Helix fossil. Insert your reference to the now year-old Twitch Plays Pokemon. Actually, it's a lot older than that. Anyway, and he takes the Dome fossil. The Helix fossil is used to revive... It is used to revive Ammonite, and the Dome fossil is used to revive Kabutops. This gen, I believe Kabutops was considered the better Pokemon. Once Gen 5 or 4 rolled around and they introduced a new move called Shell Smash, then Ammonite, or I guess I should say Amistar, began to edge it out in usability. But I think that's because the advantage with Kabutops is that it's already pretty fast, and with its ability to Swift Swim, it could make a great asset to a rain team. But of course, building a rain team requires even more forethought than I've already had for building the team I'm making. And even then, it's not resulting in the most diverse team early on, as I'm going to have to rely on Funky Monkey for some time. Anyway. Find an antidote here, which would have been very beneficial had I gotten poisoned. Anyway, now we're finally out of Mountain Moon. That said Route 4. If this is Route 4, then this means that... then this means that that one route, but that Route 4 is one route outside of the Mount Moon sections. Anyway, these guys are move tutors, if I'm not mistaken. One of them teaches Mega Punch and the other teaches Mega Kick. However, I don't really like either of them because they're kind of unreliable. I could have sworn I heard something. Either that or I'm going fucking nuts. Anyway, now let's get TM05, Roar. Good for competitive battle, but probably not for the single player. Anyway. In this field, I believe, is all Pokemon we've already encountered, but they're all just kind of pulled into one rather convenient collection of bodies. Just like, okay, if you need to catch Mankey, you need to catch Rattata. I believe the only Pokemon here that I haven't catched, I think, is Spearow. Let's just see if it's even here. Oh! Whoa, never mind. There are new Pokemon here. Ah. Yeah, Ekans has a rather cool ability, Intimidate, which I never really thought it was that useful until I started learning more about competitive battles, and now I'm like, oh wow, it is. If you're smart about it, and just switch Pokemon in with God fucking damn it. With Intimidate, you can make what might have been a very, very scary Pokemon into a Pokemon. Alright, found another Ekans. Hopefully Karate Chop will... Wait, what the hell? He didn't use Intimidate. Son of a bitch! Okay, well, before I catch an Ekans, I should probably actually heal at the Pokemon Center. This as a just-in-case method to make sure that if my Pokemon get knocked out, I'm not going to be losing a ton of progress. Actually, once you enter what I believe... This is Cerulean City. Once you enter this place, you encounter what is one of the many, many giveaway Pokemon that they had in Yellow version. In one of these houses, there was like a daycare where a woman would give away a Bulbasaur, but she had to see that your Pikachu was incredibly happy. Funny thing is that there's a glitch in the game that lets you cheat Pikachu's happiness level. And so, even if you don't use Pikachu at all, just like attempting to force him to take a potion that he doesn't need for long enough, yeah, apparently that's a wonderful sign that you're a great trainer. And oh, a Spearow. Hopefully this won't kill him. Yes. Spearow, I believe, actually can also learn Intimidate. And Fearow was a Pokemon I tremendously underrated. But there was a reason for that. It's because there's another flying type with a bit more potential. Anyway, Spearow was caught. Mirror Move. I don't know why Mirror Move is always shown as its, like, trademark move. I guess it's because, like, another Pokemon has has Drill Peck as its signature move, but yeah, it's a bit bizarre. Anyway, let's go for a low kick. Yep, okay, reasonable damage. So I should be good. I find it hilarious that moves that are like Leer, a move that seems to deliberately be... Its explanation is you intimidate them, so they become more vulnerable to attacks. When he has an ability called Intimidate, and it doesn't make them more vulnerable to attacks, it just makes their attacks weaker. Anyway, I believe though, as far as catching Pokemon in that area, that'll be it. Oh hey, let's try to buy a bicycle. See what happens if we try to buy a bicycle. A plain city bike is good enough for me. After all, you can't put a shopping basket on a mountain bike. Welcome to our bike shop. We have just the bike for you. A bicycle. 1 million Pokeyen. Sorry, you just can't afford it. I actually have to wonder, can you buy this bike at all? Is it possible to cheat money into the game and then buy it? What I actually think it is that there is a cap on how much money you can get, and it's probably 999,999. Now, don't quote me on that, but that would be the funniest thing ever. Anyway, storing all these Pokemon we've caught. I believe my Pokedex is... what is my Pokedex at, actually? So, I've owned 13 Pokemon. That's actually pretty nice. Anyway. Heal our Pokemon. Hope to see you again. Now, there is a whole side section of this area that I could get into. But, I'm going to leave that for the next time. To end this episode, I'm going to go to the Yim. Yo, champ in making. Let me give you some advice. Leader Misty is a pro who uses water-type Pokemon. You can drain all their water with grass-type Pokemon. Or you might use electric-type Pokemon and zap them. You might think that this would be the one place where I'm like, oh, Pikachu. Oh yeah, balls beat us here. Anyway, You might think, oh, this must be where you thought Pikachu was useful. Kind of. The thing was, Pikachu was good at taking out Pokemon here, but he was also so frail that the Staryu and other Pokemon have other attacks that can still take him down. So, I remember the Pokemon I ended up using the most here, I think, was the Bulbasaur that happens to be in the area, and what I'm pretty sure was Nidoking up to this point, which is weird, because going from Nidorino to Nidoking, he gains ground typing, so you'd think he'd be worse. Shelder. It's quite amazing to realize the potential of certain Pokemon by actually learning about advanced tactics. Shelder's evolution, Cloyster, now that they've given him a move called Skill Link, is ridiculous. That move, Icicle Spear, if he had the ability Skill Link, would always hit 5 times. Which would mean that he has a 90% attack that is stronger than Fire Blast. And I'm pretty sure it's stronger than Blizzard. Actually, I think Blizzard is like 140 damage as opposed to 125. But anyway, that trainer battle could have been avoided, but I felt once you get the badge, everyone else like will not fight you again. So I might as well take the Scala. This is gonna be the trend: is when you see a Pokemon with one trainer with one Pokemon. Generally, it's like, oh, one high-level Pokemon. But then again, I'm a trainer with one high-level Pokemon. Funky Monkey is trying to learn Focus Energy. Delete a move to make him learn it. Yes, I'll get rid of Leer for now. Focus Energy. Okay, in Gen 1, it was hilarious because it was supposed to make it 4 times likely to hit a critical hit, when in actuality it did the opposite. It made it 4 times less likely. You hit logical shift right instead of logical shift left. You made an error there, bro. Hi, you're a new face. Only trainers, only those who train can... Only those trainers who have a policy about Pokemon can turn pro. What is your approach when you catch and train Pokemon? My policy is an all-out offensive. With Water-type Pokemon. Leader Misty would like to battle. It's actually quite interesting to see the differences in personality between the anime and the gym leader Misty. Also quite hilariously, Staryu and her other Pokemon, Starmie, are not defensive Pokemon actually, no, they're not offensive Pokemon at all. They're defensive. And also, she just said she has an all-out offense, and her first move is Harden. So yeah, I'm using Focus Energy so that I'm more likely to crit, because if she does have any high defense or defense raises, crits will actually outright ignore them. Water Pulse is a bit scary because it can confuse Funky Monkey, and that would not be a good day. Anyway, the Staryu went down pretty easy, but this is gonna get a lot harder. Man, I keep going on a tear about Pokemon I underrated. Starmie's move pool is ridiculous. Oh my god, I think he killed me. He did. Okay, I just lost my money. Let's see if HM Slave can repair this. Oh, dang it. It would have been hilarious if, like, Paris has multiple abilities that it could have, and one of them is Dry Skin. Dry Skin actually makes it so that bots scurried to the Pokemon Center, protecting the exhausted and fainted Pokemon from further harm. And Dry Skin's ability is that you basically don't take water damage, and in fact, it heals you. I've made hilarious teams with Toxicroak and I think Ludicolo, where Toxicroak has Dry Skin, and Ludicolo just keeps using Surf, and then I think I make him use Bulk Up, so that he is more defensive but offensive. So he's basically a physical tank with another Pokemon assisting in his healing. Anyway, I might have done better there had I used a Super Potion, which I'm going to buy because I'm almost certain the exact same thing, almost move for move, is probably going to happen. I'm also going to buy some repels because I don't want to have to start editing like crazy. Anyway, there's this questionnaire here. Would I like to fill it out? No. If you... there's something very specific you can put in, and it will give you mystery gift. But... oh, whoops. But the thing is, like, a mystery gift is really only helpful when you have other players. Anyway. Misty repeats her lines, and we're back in the action. So this is attempt number 2. Oh, crud. Wow. I could try using low kick. I'm probably gonna have to end up using Fury Swipes. But this might be my last. Oh, he's faster than me too. So I'm screwed. Wow. Maybe I should have been fighting all those battles and not just ignoring them under the assumption that Funky Monkey could definitely take them on. Okay, so because I'm far out of my depth, I should say, so I'm gonna take on a battle specifically just to level up. So here's Balls. Yo, Butts, you're still struggling back here? I'm doing great. Just caught a bunch of strong, smart Pokemon. Let's see what we caught. Butts. Why am I doing Enzo Amore for his voice? So anyway, it's time for our rival Balls, who would like to battle. Sends out a Pidgeotto. A bit underleveled. I take it that Misty was designed to be faced after oh, holy moly. I take it that Misty was designed to be faced after going through this whole side quest through the Nugget Bridge. Oh wow, I might just be dead. Yeah, an issue with Funky Monkey and his evolution is that they're very offense-oriented and not very strong in defense. So... oh, God. This is gonna get hideous. Prepare for what might be the most disgusting display of scumbag tactics in the world. Wow, okay, never mind. I thought I was gonna end up doing not a lot of damage. Ah, God. Wow! Holy crap, this is actually a battle that was downgraded from the original. In the original, he actually has Kinesis, I believe. So this is his Rattata. Oh man, this is gonna be really bad. Quick attack, of course, a priority move that will not always, but it a lot of time will hit first. It's kind of weird now that they have priority levels. Okay, I have one Super Potion left. Let me use it here. But yeah, like, quick attack is like the +1 priority level. Ah, Grass Poison. Not the best condition to put myself into, but I can put in some Fury Swipes. Yeah, as I said, wow, 2 crits in a row. Could have had that luck during the dang Misty fight. But still, I got other types of luck, including hitting 4 times. So I beat rival Balls. Hey, guess what? I went to Bill's and got him to show me his rare Pokemon. That added a lot of pages to my Pokedex. For all, Bill's world famous as a Pokemaniac. He invented the Pokemon storage system too. Since you're using his system, you should go thank him. Well, I better get rolling. See you later. Smell you later. Not quite the end of it. Oh yeah, right. I feel sorry for you. No, really. You're always plotting behind me. So here, I'll give you a little present as a favor. Fame checker. Chatty gossip like you. That thing's perfect. I don't need it because I don't give a hoot about others. Alright, this time I really am gone. Smell you later. Okay. I was planning to save this till later, but I'm actually thinking that might be a good idea to use this rare candy to just boost my levels a bit. Ah. It looks like Funky Monkey's a little more attached to me than before. So hopefully those, the 2+ in HP and +2 in in attack might do some good. So, and it's still faster than me. Wow. Wow. Holy moly. Oh, worst luck, too. Okay, never mind. I am still far out of my depth here. So I guess it might be a better idea to instead actually do that side quest I was talking about and not leave it off until the next part. Time for the Nugget Bridge. I have no clue why, but for some reason, from like the last route we were on was like Route 4, and then all of a sudden we jumped to 24. Oh yeah, and the guys on Nugget Bridge start off kind of insanely weak. It's weird that they would make us have this challenge after facing our rival, when our rival is like a much more difficult challenge than some of these trainers. So yeah, each of these guys are just like, I think the intention is that you're supposed to take these on in a long battle of attrition, but there's really nothing stopping you from going back to the Pokemon Center between rounds. I mean, I'm not doing that, but that's only because Funky Monkey is destroying these guys. I'm kind of going on autopilot here, but that is because obviously there's not much for me to worry about. And even then, I'm still getting some lucky breaks like that crit there. I know it's so that like the system doesn't become overcomplicated for kids, but I thought it would have been really, really interesting if like computer players could withdraw into Pokemon for tactical advantages. Like if the Ekans was traded in so that his Intimidate hit me immediately. Anyway, I believe I just got poisoned from either Poison Sting or Poison Point. Wasn't fully paying attention. Anyway. I lost too. I could just keep going through the war of attrition, but I'm poisoned. And the screen shaking effect is going to get really, really annoying. And I'm back. And finally ready to take on the 5th member of Nugget Bridge. I am not a Nugget! Anyway. Oh, his Funky Monkey is attempting to match mine. Little does he realize, my Funky Monkey is funky. And therefore, it bests his in one hit. Whoa, too much. Yeah, I know. The funk is too much. You can't handle it, bro. I'm not even gonna look at you. Congratulations! You beat our 5 contest trainers. You just earned a fabulous prize. But received a Nugget. Nugget is really only used purely to be sold. By the way, would you like to join Team Rocket? We're a group of professional criminals specializing in Pokemon. There's something just very hilarious about just saying, oh, yeah, we're criminals. Want to join? Are you sure? Come on, join us. I'm telling you to join. Okay, you need convincing. I'll make you an offer you can't refuse. I've heard a lot of people say that the idea of joining the bad guys should be done in Pokemon games, but I'm almost certain that Nintendo's PR just told them, no, you can't do that. We're gonna get so much crap from parents groups saying you're teaching kids to become criminals. But again, but then again, like, fans seem very eager to explore this concept. I believe there is actually somehow already a mod for Omega Ruby or Alpha Sapphire where part of the mod is that you face Team Aqua and you go through their base, but they changed the context so that actually you're a new administrator and everyone who's facing you just wants to see or just wants to show how good their Pokemon are. And that's hilarious. Arrgh, you are good. with your ability, you'd be a top leader in Team Rocket. Come on, think of the opportunity. Don't let this go to waste. Here was actually another giveaway Pokemon in another giveaway Pokemon in Pokemon Yellow. There was actually just a woman who would give you Charmander. Strange thing to mention, but I always thought that Charmander, or sorry, the Charizard line was much more satisfying at Charmander and Charmeleon. I don't know what it was, but I always just found it very underwhelming to actually use Charizard. I saw your feet from the grass. Of all the evolutions, I thought the only one that really felt satisfying to play was Blastoise. It's strange that I'm like, okay, Charmander and Charmeleon both felt satisfying to play. Ivysaur felt satisfying to play. Blastoise felt satisfying to play, but not a case of, oh, all three members felt great. Which is a weird thing for a turn-based game, because it's not as if I'm controlling the characters on a one-to-one basis. It's just like I liked certain attacks better when it's coming from particular model art. Like I haven't seen it in a while, but I remember looking at the Charmeleon art and just thinking that it looked better than the Charizard art. But then again, that's because like the Charizard art the Charizard art in Yellow looks really weird. Like it looks almost like he's made of bone or something, which like might look cool, but not with the colors they have. Ah, dang it! So close. Okay, you know what? I'm close enough. I'm just gonna go in the grass and catch any Pokemon that I need, but I'm also gonna just be leveling up my Funky Monkey. He can probably one-hit most of these guys really easily. Oh, oh, dang. How am I gonna catch any lingering Pokemon? That's actually a good question. Is this his evolution? No, it isn't. Dang, what level does he evolve at? Please, more than half. No! Double no! Come on. No! Wow. Man. I didn't even get a oh my god. I didn't even get a chance. So yeah, there's just this huge legion of Pokemon trainers here. In Gold and Silver, when you revisit this area, they actually gave it a different excuse in that they just moved the Nugget Bridge over there. And it's hilarious because like there's the 5 members of the Nugget Bridge, and then there's just one guy hanging around at the end, and he's like, "Yo, I'm not a member of Nugget Bridge. I just wanted to face you when you retired." Anyway, Machop, man, I actually have really grown to appreciate a lot of fighting type Pokemon, and I actually really think the Machamp line is awesome. I really like using Dynamic Punch with Champ, but it's a bit hard to actually get him to use. Anyway. Whoops. Sorry. Gotta move my mic around a bit. Let's take on more guys for levels. So many good levels. Yeah, and there is supposed to be a goal in this. What I'm supposed to be doing is getting all the way to Bill. It's kind of weird how like Pokemon runs under the logic of you can do it, so why wouldn't you? Because generally speaking, there is really no reason your trainer, the player would even technically want to go there. It's like, well, what is there to gain? And what the gain is, and what the gain is, you don't really know until you're there. Yeah, this is definitely a case of I was supposed to come here before Misty, or because all of these guys are below Misty's level, and are using Pokemon that are not as good as Misty's. Trying to learn Seismic Toss. And yes, I will learn this. This probably isn't the most useful for Mankey, but it can be useful if I'm facing a particularly defensive Pokemon, but not one that necessarily has a lot of health, like, say, Shuckle or Starmie. Anyway. A bit low on health, but I don't believe these guys use other psychic types. They might, and I might be a fool. But anyway, let's see what we're facing. Nidorangs. A really nice thing about Seismic Toss actually is because it's a fixed damage move. Oh, Jesus. Because it's a fixed damage move, wow. Okay, I'm dead from poison damage. Wow. I'm gonna lose many great monies from this. But a great thing about Seismic Toss is that because it's a fixed damage move, it kind of is just a way of ignoring. Wow. It's a way of ignoring any stat changes from yourself or other or from your opponents. Wow, HM Slave is actually holding his own. Yep, that changed quickly, and he got a crit. Lovely. I lost many great monies here. Look at this guy next to me. He's just staring at me with his cold, dead eyes. Alright, before I lose all my damn money, I'm gonna just buy some more basic stuff. Oh, I had 2 antidote. Well, I probably would have died from double kick damage. But anyway, I'm gonna preemptively buy some other status effect moves. Burn Heal won't even be useful until very late, but I might as well get some of it. And of course I have to buy several, and by several I mean 3 Super Potions, and just 1 Pokeball, just because. And we're back here. Let's actually, since I know Seismic Toss does, oh my god, I already got poisoned. Since I know Seismic Toss already does pretty good damage, wow, okay. So Seismic Toss I guess is gonna be my either high defense stat, low health stat move, or my catch Pokemon attack. Or at least for now it's going to be. Anyway, I believe he, yep, or she takes out Nidoran female. Hopefully. Oh my god. Alright. Ooh, I got a crit. Ah, got one type of lucky, but not the other. Alright, as soon as this match is over, I'm gonna antidote my Funky Monkey and heal him up. Have him brand spanking new for the next battle. Wow. It's kind of the... Man, that's kind of the worst feeling, just to see the struggle and then see the result and just kind of know how off balance that was. Just like, wow, I didn't get everything I wanted. Wow, I just noticed something, that because I chose the girl character, my bag is actually different. It actually kind of looks like... Well, like, I'm sure people are going to jump to, like, purse, but actually it looks kind of more like an athletic bag to me. Maybe that's because it has more of a longy shape and the giant opening. And that just stuck out to me because I'm like, wow, because the male character usually has a backpack. That battle was uneventful, or at least I think it was. I was actually looking away. But anyway, TM43, Secret Power. Anything with power depends on, like, the most random thing to, like... Yeah! Okay, it's this one. Like, the power moves are just strange to me. Like, Secret Power... it's like, oh, if you're fighting on grass, I think it's like you use what's the equivalent of like energy ball. It's just a really weird ability that I'm not sure has any viability outside of very, very specific battles. Alright. And while I've been quiet most of this time, Funky Monkey has leveled up. I really don't know what the hell that statement had to do with anything. Anyway, last trainer here. My friend has many cute Pokemon. I'm so jealous. I'm not so jealous. You are a liar then. You are full of lies. Came from Mount Moon? May I have a Clefairy? No! That thing cost me 3 Pokeballs. In Gold and Silver and Heart Gold and Soul Silver by extension, you actually, in order to actually face Misty in the gym, you have to find her here, like on a date. Anyway, hiya! I'm a Pokemon. No, I'm not. Call me Bill, the true blue Pokemaniac. Hey, what's with that skeptical look? I'm not joshing you, lady. I screwed up on an experiment and got combined with a Pokemon. I'm greatly disturbed by that. So how about it? Help me out? Wait until I get in the teleporter. When I do go to the PC and run cell separation system. Now there is... I've sort of just been making up dark implications here. But we kind of have to get... You kind of have to realize something. He just killed a Clefairy. No Clefairy's coming out. So that Clefairy's dead. Send him to Lavender Town. Yeah. Thanks, lady. I owe you one. Did you come to see my Pokemon collection? You didn't? That's a bummer. I've got to thank you. Maybe this will do. SS, take it from Bill. This is actually the entire reason you're supposed to come here. That cruise SSN is in Vermilion City. I hear that a lot of trainers are on board too. They visited me onto their party, but I don't really do fancy... I can't stand fancy dues. Why don't you go instead of me? Go on and have a great time. Please tell me there's a... Oh no, there's no Clefairy. I gotta walk away from this guy. He's a murderer. You, sir, are sick. Thanks for the ticket. This cape is a famous date spot. Misty, the gym leader, has high hopes about this place. Hello, are you here alone? Hello! Well, if you're out at Cerulean Cape, it should be as a couple. So yeah, I take it that this is supposed to be a nod to the second gen games, which we're already well out by this point. I believe third gen released 2002, I believe, and I believe the... Excuse me. These remakes were actually released... When were they released? Was it 2003 or 2004? It was definitely before the launch of the DS. My sense of time is quite skewed. Anyway, just to make sure I'm prepared for Misty, I'll do one last battle here in Cerulean. The people here were robbed. It's obviously Team Rocket is behind this most heinous of crimes. Even our police force has trouble with the Rockets. Those miserable Rockets, look what they've done to my house. Stole a TM for teaching Pokemon how to dig holes. I was gonna use it on a Mankey or a Sandshrew. That cost me a bundle, it did. Well, have you ever looked outside your dang home? Hey, stay out. It's not your yard. Huh? Me? I'm an innocent bystander. Don't you believe me? Yeah, apparently, like, these police officers are blind as a bat. Oh, I'm sorry, blind as a Zubat. Anyway. Fighting more Machops. Actually, now I think about it, yeah, I've been fighting a lot more fighting-type Pokemon than I thought. I always remember Team Rocket as the guys who used ground and poison types. But apparently they used a lot more than that. Yeah, Machop has pretty decent defense, if I remember, but his actual health stat is not really good. It's like good, but not great. Well, then again, like, good is better than horrible. Ah, Drowsy. I believe the stat distribution on a lot of Gen 1 Pokemon is very strange. Drowsy, I think, is like a very physical psychic type, which doesn't lend itself well to actually getting moves. I give up. I'll leave you quiet. I'll leave quietly. Okay, I'll return the TM I stole. So he gives me TM 28. Better get going, guy. Bye, I should say. So if I talk to this guy again, I figured what lost is lost. I decided to teach Diglett how to dig without a TM, which all you need to do is raise it up to a certain level. Anyway, I wanted to level up there so I can actually be at level 28. This is really, really pathetic when you get down to it, because I am actually a player who knows the extensive rules of Pokemon, but because I am sticking to a team that I made up, I am having to have a lot. I'm having to over-level myself deliberately. Okay, so after all that grinding, I finally got Funky Monkey to level 28. Is he going to evolve? Yes! So finally, Funky Monkey. His funk is starting to become too much. His hair cannot handle this amount of funk. So the only thing that can happen is that his hair must expand. And now he is truly the funkiest monkey. Your Funky Monkey has evolved into a primate. The funkiest primate, and he's trying to learn Rage. Rage was broken as hell in the first game. But it is really, really bad every other one. So now I have an over-leveled Funky Monkey. In fact, actually, you may argue it's just like, oh, keep going. Here's the thing. If I keep going, there's a big risk that Funky Monkey is going to stop taking orders. So yeah, wait, did I heal? Oh crap, I don't think I healed. But anyway, now over-leveled and evolved. The ultimate Funky Monkey. He looks really weird in this game too. Let's see whether or not this guy can now take on Misty. Karate Chop before did... yeah. Now he beats him in one hit. But then again, last time he beat him in 2 hits, but it only did 1/4 damage. Wow. So yeah, even with all of that, Funky Monkey is still... oh dear. Well, he can now tank damage a lot better, but if our luck is bad, oh my god, I might be dead. Wow. Oh, by the way, yeah, recover. Real all-out offense by Misty here. Let's try Fury Swipes and attack. Wow, okay. Wow, I am getting really bad luck here. Oh my god, the worst of luck. Holy crap. But at least I'm faster than Starmie this time. I'd like to point out that even though I used focus... okay, I'm dead. Okay. I'd like to point this out. I used focus energy and got no crits at all. Misty did not use a single focus energy, and her Pokemon hit a crit. Not to mention that it's like a 10% chance of getting confused when you get hit with Water Pulse, and she's gotten it like 3 out of 5 times so far. So my luck is really bad at the moment. My luck stat. Anyway. Let's just heal up Funky Monkey and let's just finish this off. Oh wait, but now I don't have focus energy. Ah, screw it. Focus energy was unreliable as butts. Actually, hold on. I'm actually gonna try using Seismic Toss because I believe I remember. Oh my god, that was a much better idea. Like I thought I made a mistake when I said that Starmie has a low health stat. No, it does have a low health stat. That would have simplified things so much more. Wow. Wait, does that mean it barely had like around 55 damage or 55 health? Wow. Okay, all that effort. And now I finally beaten Misty. Wow, you're too much. All right. You can have the Cascade badge to show that you beat me. Got 2100 Poke Yen. Makes all Pokemon up to level 30 obey. Yeah, I am really pushing that boundary. That even includes outsiders you got in trades. There's more, now you can use Cut even outside of battle. You can also have my favorite TM, Water Pulse. Use it on aquatic Pokemon. That's gonna have to be it for this part of Let's Play Pokemon Firered. Join me next time when the inevitable question has to come up. Am I accidentally gonna overlevel Funky Monkey even further than he already is and accidentally trigger the disobedience level? I really hope not. See you guys then.